Hey guys, today I'm back working on my 2006 GMC Envoy. The engine is out. I've got the car ready to be dropped off in the garage. And here is the small block Chevy that I'm going to be putting in it for setup purposes. And there's the 350 transmission. So I tried getting my 327 that I was putting in this thing out of my shop, and my forklift it won't start. So my forklift is down, and I just so happened to have bought that engine and a transmission that was on the back of it. I found it on Facebook at Facebook Marketplace, and I bought the engine and transmission for like 300 bucks. It had the parts, transmission parts I needed for my 57 Chevy project. So yes, now that I've got parts that I need, I'll be getting back on my 57 Chevy project soon. So I've been searching forever for those parts, but thankfully it came with a engine, and I'm going to be using that engine to go in this Envoy, and it gets me a chance to get it running and see how well that engine runs. I'm pretty sure that's a 305, which is fine. But I really want the 327 in this thing. But for today, it's going to help me set this thing up. So let's get this thing in the garage and drop that engine in there. Oh, this is going to go in there so easy. Oh, crap. I don't have any in my motor mounts. So I had to take the flywheel off because of being a manual transmission. So now I've got a new flex plate I need to put on there. So let's go ahead and do that. Yeah. I was fortunate enough that the local parts store had a flywheel or flex plate in stock, 25 bucks, and these flywheel or flex plate bolts. Looks like this engine's going to need a rear main seal, a front main seal, front crank seal, but we're just putting it in here. I do plan on running it because I bought the engine. I want to see if it runs. Now I'm going to torque these down. That's good. That's good. Click. 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 roll in that way. See what happens. Might have to take that front dampener off. Oh man, this is tight. Real tight. This rubber front mount is hitting. Back flywheel bolts, or flywheels up against here. Let's just let her even out some. Maybe it'll go down. Yeah, that's one way to do it. Yeah. So the flywheel's up against here. The crankshaft pulley, look how close it is up against that mount. So I'm just going to take these bolts out and remove it, and she'll drop on in there. Pop right off. It does. Alright, now I can lower her down. In fact, I can move it that way just a tad. Can't put it in sideways, it's got to go in there straighter than that. I got bored. There we go. Let's try setting her down now. See if she stays put. Alright, all the pressure is off. The engine is tilted. think what's going on is the cross member, the power steering rack. I think the power steering rack is directly under the oil pan. As I thought, there are going to be some problems. I'm going to have to do some cutting. So the oil pan is basically on the cross member holding the power steering rack. Now I'm thinking about trimming, like right across here. See, I'm kind of drawing it out, and here. So all of this above the line is going to be gone. That should be able to let the oil pan drop down past it and be able to let the engine move back even further, dropping it down, moving it back. These ram horn exhausts are definitely not going to work. I'm going to have most likely like this manifold here where it shoots out the back. So I'm glad I brought that one. And I'm going to have to find another one that shoots out close to the back. So this engine is going to have to come right back out, and I'm going to have to make these modifications. So I'm going to have to go get my Sawzall grinder or something and make these cuts. And it will be weakening the cross member, but I'll be strengthening it up. So I'll add some more metal once I get everything set in place. Yeah, buddy. Alright, so now I got the thing back down. I'm going to pull this engine back out. I'm going to do whatever trimming I need done, and I'll go ahead and remove the manifolds, and I'll try to think, should I put the new ones or the other style on, or maybe I can add them afterwards. Decisions. So let's pluck this engine, shall we? Pluck it. Alright, let's start cutting. I cleaned up some of the wires and stuff that were hanging around here, but we're going to just go chop, chop. Want to cut that back a little bit more. It'll be alright. If I need to cut it more, I'll cut it more. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and take the manifolds off because they are it's just not going to work. I'm pretty sure the manifolds off my 81 Chevy truck are going to work just fine because they both come out further to the back and sweep back. So I'm going to take these off, and I'm going to go ahead and reinstall this engine and see if I can get it down into place. Oh yeah, I got to hook up the, I got motor mounts. So these are motor mounts off of like a 66 Chevy pickup truck. They should bolt right up on the engine. They are rubber mounted. It'll allow me to maybe run a pipe or something with some bolts to go to the original mounting location on this car. The mounts look really close, so I'm keeping my fingers crossed on that matching up real nice. 3, 2, 3. Maybe things will change since I move stuff around. One ram horn. Two ram horns. Ah, 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 ah. I'm sure some of y'all are like, why aren't you washing the engine? This isn't the engine that's going to stay in the truck. I'm just setting it up. Yes, I could have cleaned it and been happier, but you know, trying to get this project done. What is going on here? Cool, let's drop her in the hole. In the hole. So I've got this thing sitting about where I want it, and you can see that motor mount is hovering above the original location. So motor mounts should not be an issue on this one, but let's put it up and let's check the oil pan clearance and see if we can get maybe a transmission shoved in there, maybe a cross member. Let's see what we can do. There's that one. I got the left side lined up on the dowel pin. That one started. So I have the transmission in place, bolted to the engine. I have straightened the engine out some more. It was pretty cocked. It's a lot closer. It could be turned a little bit more. But I'm gonna see about putting in this cross member right here and see if we can try to get things to match up. Transmission can even get to the cross member. No. So I'm having problems with this engine cocking when I let it down. It's because the driver's cylinder head is further forward. That's why it's always number one. And it's up against the firewall. So when I release the pressure and the pan hits the steering rack, it cocks the engine backwards, which pushes the heads against the firewall. So I'm gonna have to do some massaging. But you know, this engine and transmission's going in this car, no doubt about it. I'm this far, it looks pretty good. GM has always done a real good job on keeping things close. Check this out. These are the factory transmission lines. Look, they're right there with the holes on the 350 transmission. I mean, it's awesome. The motor mount, or the transmission mount, it's real close to being able to hit that cross member, close enough that I can get a plate in there and get her. So this is going pretty good. I'm liking this. So the engine's looking great. It's cocked a little bit because the head hitting the firewall there. So I marked it out, and I got to do a little massaging on that firewall. I'll probably do both sides just to make sure we don't have any issues with changing valve covers or whatever. So I got to pull the engine back out, and I'm going to whack the crap out of the firewall. So my brother showed up. I think he said he was going to be here early in the morning. So after 10. Yep. He must have gone to the flea market.
I did.
Yeah.
And I got a cool bike.
Cool deal. What do you think, bro?
I think it looks like a piece of crap inside of a nice vehicle.
Seriously?
Look at it.
Hurts my feelings, bro. Hurts my feelings.
I mean, it's like it's a new vehicle and you put something like that inside of here.
It's the mock-up motor.
It's the mock-up motor.
I couldn't get the forklift cranked up to go grab my good motor.
Okay.
So, since I couldn't bring in my good motor, boom. I actually bought this the day before yesterday. It was sitting in the back of my truck. I didn't even have to take it out of the back of my truck.
Okay.
So, I mean, why not? It's there. It looks fairly straight, doesn't it?
It does. Now, I do have to say,
Yeah.
the only reason, and I know this, the only reason why you're doing this is because you can.
Right.
know, it's,
'Cause
you're
I
not
can't.
doing it. You're not doing it.
I mean, if I
to
wanted
try
a
to-
nice vehicle, I would have fixed the
You
the
would've-
5.3 that was
Yeah.
in it, but
you,
I don't care. I've got enough nice vehicles.
and going from some of the comments, see, the thing is, he only bought this vehicle for the motor.
Yeah,
That's it.
that's it. I didn't care about the Envoy. And how much am I going to get for the Envoy with no motor in it? A couple $100.
I'm going to say $300.
$200-300 crusher price. So why not have some fun with it? And I don't know. You know what? If I put me, someone made the comment, and I don't think I can do it. A big old snorkel scoop coming out of the hood, but that carburetor's halfway underneath that cowl, and yeah,
And let's clarify.
yeah.
After you're done with this, you're taking this motor back out, right?
Talking about 327 or?
Yeah, you're taking this motor back out.
I don't know, man. If this is a 305, if it works good and stuff, I might just keep it in there and it's a 305. It's a trash motor.
So
Okay, I like 305s, they're fine. But they're not a 350, they're not a 400, they're not a 327. So, anyhow, this is mock-up motor. It's in there now. We'll see. It looks good, apart from being so dirty.
Yeah.
And another comment. I've had a couple people say, why don't we give my nephew a wrench and let him wrench on this thing? Does he want to?
We tried.
He does not want to. He is not interested in working on cars at all, because we tried. So we try to give him stuff to do. All he does is wander around the shop. Where you at, John? He was over by the boat.
Yes.
All right. Are you wanting to work on cars?
Well, wasn't really planning on doing so.
Okay. Wasn't planning on doing
He
so.
wasn't planning on it.
Planning on it. So, hey, bro, check out the alignment of the motor mounts. Pretty close. If
Yeah.
I do a plate with a little boss coming off of it with a bolt, you know, it'll set in there.
Yeah.
Pretty nice. So, all right. So my bro's here now. We got some things to take care of at Dad's house. So I guess this thing's gonna be put on pause for a week or so because
Oh, we got that other video to do.
we got stuff to clean out at Dad's, and so we're gonna probably do a real quick short video. So my brother picked himself up a bike
With your help.
with my help, you know. But anyhow, so we're gonna probably do a video on this bike, kind of a revival video, and this will be put on hold for like a week, and I'll get back on it next weekend, and hopefully I'll have it all in and be able to hit the key and have this bad boy fire up and find out if this engine's any good or not. I paid $300 for this engine, transmission, and the parts I needed for to get back on my 57 Chevy project.
I would like to put this out there. So you bought this with a bad engine, and it turns out the engine's not that bad.
Right.
This engine is supposed to be good,
He didn't say it was supposed to be good.
so we'll see if it turns out to be bad.
Yes. So, all right. See y'all guys in a week. Happy Father's Day, Dad. That's it.